Hi guys, and welcome back to Simply Forex, the channel dedicated to you, the trader. We want you to be successful in the markets. So guys, I'm going to give you some gold every day. I'm going to let you know which currency pairs I'm looking to trade and which direction. And I'm also going to let you know which news that you must be aware of. So let's take a look at the chart and what I'm potentially going to trade today. Morning traders, how are you? I am very well because we had a very profitable day yesterday, guys. So I hope you took some of those trades from yesterday. Today is Thursday, the 7th of July. And as always, guys, we're going to look back at yesterday's trades, which were stupendous. We're going to look at today's potential trades, and we're going to look at the news for today as well. So let's look back first of all at our very profitable day yesterday. So let's start with the first one. This was the first one. This was euro against the New Zealand dollar, and we were looking to short this pair. And we were looking to short this pair because of this. So we was in an uptrend, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Didn't create a higher high. Yeah, these highs didn't break out and go higher. So this is always an indication that price is breaking down, the trend is changing. And then these lows here, okay, were eventually broken with this very large bearish red candle. Okay, so structure change, large bearish red candle, everything saying Tom goes short. All right, and that's exactly what we did. And as you can see, guys, yeah, we went short and it hit our blue target quite easily. Yeah, and some. I mean, it come all the way down to here, guys. All right, but yeah, great trade. But let's see if we could get in on this pair, first of all. Okay, so let's look at the H1, which is always our entry time frame. And I did get in on this pair. Slightly aggressive, but I did get in on this pair. So as you can see, guys, let's zoom in a little bit. We had our grey zone here, okay, and price didn't quite hit our grey zone, okay. But yeah, as we said many times before, guys, on this channel, you can trade the first candlestick pattern that forms, okay, with the trend that you're going. So this happened, guys. We had this candle here. All right, and this is a bearish engulfing candlestick pattern. So I entered on the close of this candle. I put my stop above here, okay, and my first target couldn't be the last H1 low. Yeah, this was the last H1 low here, okay, but the risk to reward, it wouldn't have been worth it. Okay, so instead I took price 100% of the trade all the way down to our blue line. Okay, and this gave me a risk to reward of roughly 1:2. Okay, so doubled my money pretty much. Okay, so yeah, this candle here, entered on the close, put my stop above here, took 100% of the trade, 100% of the profit out here. Yeah, excellent, wonderful, profitable trade. Yeah, I hope you took the same, guys. Yeah, I hope you managed to get in on this pair and ride that downward momentum. Let me know if you did. Let me know how you traded this currency pair. Okay, but good. Love this trade. Profitable, wonderful. Good risk to reward. Okay, next one was this. This was the pound against the New Zealand dollar. Similar story, obviously very correlated to the euro New Zealand dollar. Okay, but we were looking to short this pair as well for the following reasons. So, price was in an uptrend, higher highs, higher lows. Didn't create a higher high, higher low, didn't create a higher high. So this area here is proving, yeah, an area of resistance. And then eventually, guys, yeah, this low here, also take into account these wicks here, yeah, were broken. This large red bearish candle broke these last lows. So again, we were just trying to short this pair down to this blue line here. And again, guess what? That's what happened. Yeah. And some. It managed to come down to literally these last lows here before it pinged back up. I obviously, looking at this daily candle now, guys, I obviously wouldn't be looking to short this. Yeah. That would be mental. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I wouldn't be looking to short this any further. But yesterday, great. No problem. Hit our target. But could we get in on this pair? And for me, guys, the answer is no. Like I say, guys, I'll be very transparent. I won't say I traded every pair and made millions of pounds. I will tell you the trades that I did or didn't trade and why not. So I didn't trade this pair. Firstly, I was in the Euro New Zealand dollar. And secondly, yeah, we had some candles, obviously. Let's zoom in a little bit more. So we had some candles here, potentially this one. Okay, but these candles didn't really tell me sellers have taken complete control of the market. Okay, this candle did, but by the time this candle forms, we've already hit our blue line. Okay, however, maybe you did enter on this, you still had further room to the downside, but for me, I couldn't because of this target here. My blue line was my first higher time frame target. So for me, guys, these candles didn't tell me sellers in control. This one here did, but it had already hit our higher time frame target. So yeah, I didn't trade this pair, guys. Maybe you did. If you did, leave a comment. Let me know how you traded it. Okay, that was the second trade I did. Third trade I did was this pound against the Aussie dollar. Okay, obviously very correlated with pound New Zealand dollar, euro New Zealand dollar. They were all correlated, guys. All right. Again, we were looking to short this pair. Okay, so price was in an uptrend, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Didn't create a higher high. Yeah, this area here didn't break. And instead, these lows here, these lows here, guys, were broken with this large red bearish candle. Okay, so price was now in a downward structure. And we had a very bearish red candle, daily red candle. So again, we're just trying to take it down to this blue line. And as you can see, that's what happened. Okay. Again, I wouldn't be shorting this any further because look at the wick on yesterday's candle. Yeah, I wouldn't be selling into that. Okay, but let's look at H1 to see if we can get in on this pair because the direction on the day chart was good and it hit our target. But again, guys, for me, I couldn't enter this pair. All right, so we had our grey zone. Yeah, we had this candle here. This doesn't tell me sellers are in control. We had this candle here. But again, this doesn't tell me that sellers are in control. Yeah, I mean, the second one is actually an inside candle. Okay. Again, it's not until we see this candle that sellers are in control. Broken these lows. Yeah, it's a large bearish red candle. Sellers are in control of this market. But because of my target was here, this blue line, if I had entered here, I would have to put my stop above here. And the risk to reward is just not good enough. Yeah, okay. Again, I didn't take this trade, guys, for those reasons. But maybe you did. Maybe your target was down here. Yeah, then it might have been worthwhile. But even if, guys, yeah, let's take a look. Let's use the rule. Even if you entered on the close of this candle, you will still need a stop of 80 pips. Okay, and okay, you will get a risk to reward of 1:1. Yeah, you would have. Yeah, so that would have been a potential trade, guys. But for me, it wasn't because my blue line was too close. Okay, so no trade on this pair. The last pair from yesterday was this. This was the pound against the Canadian dollar. And we were looking to buy this market, okay, for the following reasons. So price was in a downtrend. Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Price went, yeah, flew up, broke this last high. So now we have higher highs. Price came all the way down, tested this last low. Okay, yeah, and price pinged off of this. We had this green candle here. Price was pinging off of this zone. Okay, the daily candle could have been more bullish, but yeah, I was still happy to take this trade potentially up to this blue line or this blue line. Okay, and as you can see, guys, we had a bearish candle form, okay, which again bounced off of this low here, and I still made money. Yeah, so even though the daily candle was bearish, I still made money on this pair, and I ended this pair. So let's look at that. Let's look on the H1 to see what and how I did it. So remember, guys, we're looking for longs, okay? And we only had the one grey zone, and it was this. So we were looking for price to come down to this grey zone, which it did, and react, bounce off of this grey zone. And that's exactly what happened here, guys. Okay. Yeah, price came down. I got a reaction that I wanted. And all I wanted to do, as always, guys, my first target is just to take price back up to this last H1 high. Okay. All right. And I made a little bit more than a risk to reward of 1:1. Okay. So let's just show you that again. I entered here. I literally entered on the close. I didn't get any retrace, put my stop here, and I closed 80% of the trade here. Okay, so it was a little bit more than a risk to reward of 1:1, which is great. Profit, made money, happy days. Yeah, so I closed 80%, but I was still in this trade for 20%. And as you can see, once it hit our H1 high, it came shooting down. Okay, and took the last 20% out here, but no problem. I'd already made some profit here. Yeah, so yesterday, guys, made profit on this pair, the pound Canadian dollar, and also made profit on the euro New Zealand. However, all pairs went in the direction that we expected. Okay, guys, so that's the recap from yesterday. Let's take a look at today's potential trades now. Guys, please tell me you took some of the trade ideas from yesterday, yeah? All of them went in the direction we expected. Some give us better setups than others, but guys, we had a very profitable day. I hope you did too. I hope you took some of the trade ideas. If you did, and you enjoyed the recap of them, then please subscribe to the channel and smash that notification button, guys. That way you'll receive an alert every day. And also smash the like button, guys. Help support the channel. Merci beaucoup. Okay, guys, we've got two trade ideas for today. The first one is this. This is the pound against the Canadian dollar. Okay, and as long as this low keeps holding and price keeps pinging off of here, I think we got room to the upside. Okay, but let's explain why. So, price was in a downtrend. Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Then price shot up like an Elon Musk rocket, breaking these highs here. Okay, so we then had higher highs. Okay, then price has come all the way back down and tested the last low. Okay, so we haven't had lower lows, yeah, so the uptrend is still intact, and we've got higher highs still. Okay, and as you can see, price has bounced, keeps bouncing off this area of support, sorry. Okay, so what we want to see, guys, is price have a little bit of momentum upwards. Yeah, we want it to carry on bouncing off of this pair. This could also be a double bottom, guys, yeah, double bottom. Okay, another pattern in the market that's very common. Okay, so a double bottom, and we want to take price back up to this blue line or even this blue line, guys. Okay, All right, so yeah, we're going to long this pair. Let's take a look at the H1 to see our criteria for entering this pair. So guys, what I want to see is this, really. So price comes down to this grey zone, okay? Yeah, tests this last low here, and even these lows here, okay? Comes down, we see a bullish candlestick pattern form. We enter the trade. We take price back up to this last H1 high, close 80%, and then leave 20% to run, rabbit, run, up to our higher time frame target. Itchy nose, sorry. Okay, so yeah, that's one possibility. Or price could come back down and test these lows again. Okay, I don't expect that to happen, but it could. It come back down, test these last lows again. Again, we want to see a bullish candlestick pattern form, and then we can get into the trade, take price back up to these last H1 highs, close 80%, and then leave 20% to run, guys. Okay, so yeah, pound against the Canadian dollar, we're looking to long this pair. Next trade is this. This is the euro against the US dollar. All right, so yeah, we've seen a bit of dollar strength over the last couple of days, and this has been, you know, no pair has seen this more than this, the euro against the US dollar. Okay, so we're clearly in a downtrend. Okay, lower lows, lower highs, and now we're in lower lows, and it's broken all of these last lows here. So this zone here was becoming an important zone. Yeah, it reacted, but then broke. Okay, so yeah, well, it's clearly in a downtrend. It's broken that important area of once resistance, and then we've got another bearish candle form. Okay, so all I want to do, guys, is come up to our grey zone and then come back down to the last daily low. This would be our blue line, guys. Let me explain why. Because if I go to the weekly chart and I scroll and scroll and scroll, yeah, there is no area to look for in terms of a target. Yeah, price is already here. It's broken all of these lows here, so these are not targets. Okay, so it's difficult to find a target. As a result, yeah, the blue line is going to be this. It's going to be our last H1 low here. Okay, so that's going to be our higher time frame target. So what's going to have to happen is it has to retrace. Okay, so let's look at the H1 and see where we want it to retrace to. All right, so guys, we want to see a retrace up into this grey zone, yeah, which corresponds with this area here, leaving these highs. Okay, then we want to see a bearish candlestick pattern form, and then we'll just take 100% of the trade back down to these H1 lows, which is also the daily higher time frame target as well. Yeah, it's rare that the two are the same, but in this case, for those reasons I explained, it is. All right, so yeah, euro against the US dollar, we're also looking to short this pair. Okay, there's one more pair I wanted to show you guys. This is the euro against the pound. I'm not trading this, but I wish I could, if that doesn't sound like I've gone crazy. So if you look at this, guys, yeah, you can clearly see price was in an uptrend. Yeah, sorry guys, that was the wrong line to plot. Let's plot this line. Okay, so as you can see, price was clearly in an uptrend, and it was using this grey zone as support. Yeah, it was bouncing off it, bouncing off it, bouncing off it, bouncing off it, bouncing off it. Okay, and it's been doing that for weeks. Okay, and then eventually, guys, we get this red candle here, okay, that breaks this diagonal support and breaks these last lows. Yeah, so in an ideal world, I would be taking this lower. Okay, But you're thinking, why can't you? Why can't you, Tom? Do it. Go for it. But the problem with this is, guys, there is so many areas for price to react at. So, yeah, price could react here, as it did before. Price could react here, as it did before. Price could react here. Price could react here. Okay? Price could react here. There's no room, yeah? There's no room for this trade to move in before there's an area that could push it back upwards. Okay, so that's why I cannot trade this pair. So I just wanted to explain why. Maybe some of you were looking at the euro pound as a potential short, and I totally get it. But for these reasons, I can't. There's too many areas where price could push back upwards. However, I do expect this pair to come down. Okay, so yeah, just wanted to show you that pair, guys. Yeah, interesting. All right, guys, so they're the trade ideas for today. Let's take a look at the news now. Guys, if you're enjoying this daily morning analysis and would like to receive it every single day, Monday to Friday, then come join us. Subscribe to the channel and smash that notification button. You'll receive an alert every day. Right, news for Thursday, the 7th of July. So, nothing overnight, guys, of any real importance. The first piece of news that we're interested in is this. At 12:30 London GMT, the ECB is publishing its accounts. All right, so there could be some really important information in there that gets the euro moving, guys. So must be aware of that. At 1:15, coming out of the US, our next 3-star rating is ADP non-farm employment change. Another 3-star rating which could move any US dollar pair. We carry on down, guys. At 1:30, we've got, coming out of the US, we've got initial jobless claims. Again, this could move any US dollar pair. At 3 o'clock, we've got Canadian dollar news. And this is the Ivy PMI. So inflation, guys. So this could be a really important figure for the Canadian dollar. So if you're in a Canadian dollar pair, must be aware of this. Okay. And then at 4 o'clock, guys, we've got crude oil inventory. So this will affect not only the US dollar, but also the Canadian dollar. Remember the other day how much the Canadian dollar dropped in compared to the US oil crude inventories. Okay, all right, guys, so yes, there's no other news for the rest of the day. Okay, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the vid. If you have, please subscribe, like and share. I hope you have a great, fantastic trading day, and I'll see you tomorrow, guys.